Okay, what's going on, guys? I think I am recording right now. I sure am. Okay, great. What's up, homeschool? Welcome back to another week of Salisbury University Physical Education. Healthy mind, healthy body, healthy kids. I am Mr. Martin, phys ed major at Salisbury, and I typed up a lesson for you guys. Uh, Relating to our last lesson about cardiovascular endurance. I put together a lesson that's going to help us shake off some of the Thanksgiving dinner and Thanksgiving dessert that we probably ate. And if you didn't, everyone's a little different, but I ate probably 10 pieces of pie and 7 loaves of bread. So if you're like me, you might need to run off some of those calories, but luckily enough, our body converts that type of food into energy. So you guys should be super energized for this week's lesson. Great. We will hop into the first slide. All you'll need today for this class, just like last class, and this is going to be a similar PowerPoint. It's just yourself and some open space. Things to keep in mind when you are out of your seat. You guys should not be stumbling over any shoes left in your work area, or stepping on any dogs or cats, or tripping over any furniture or corners of coffee tables. So find yourselves a nice safe area that you can move around, because we will be moving around a lot today. So all you need is yourself and some open space. Next slide. Class overview. My name is Mr. Martin. I'll take my attendance real quick. Yep, check. Everyone's there. Yep, there you are. Awesome. We're going to go over more cardiovascular activity. I've got some high interval stuff for you, and we will review with a Google form at the end. I put together another Google form like last time, but instead of heart rate, it will be Borg's chart of RPE, rate of perceived exertion. Yes, rate of perceived exertion instead of heart rate, just like our health activity last class. Okay, moving on. Health activity. This is what I was just talking about. Borg's RPE, rate of perceived exertion. This is the performer's estimation of how hard they think they are working. The scale is from 6 to 20, 6 being no exertion at all, and 20 being the maximal effort level, most exertion possible. An easy way to think of this is 6 should typically be your resting heart rate before you get into any exercises, and 20 should be you just ran a marathon and you need to lay down and drink a gallon of water. The correlation between scores and heart rate are as follows. You will multiply your RPE score by 10. So if I got a 6, I would multiply that by 10. That gives me 60. And 60 beats per minute should be a close estimate to what your actual heart rate is. This is a quick and easy way to calculate your heart rate, but it is not 100% accurate. But it is easy and it's fast. So if you're in between workouts, or if you're trying to get to your next workout, or you don't want to pause to take all this math, like the Cardiovascular method from last class, then this will work just fine. And next class, we'll go over how to we'll compare the two and see which one you would prefer anyway. So you guys get a hold of that because we're going to use it today, and we're going to move on to our next slide. This is my warm-up, turkey and stretching. The fitness component focus here is cardiovascular fitness and flexibility. I chose stretching with our cardio unit because it is perfect. It's either you stretch or you take the risk of getting injured during your cardio workouts. So over our long and not long enough Thanksgiving break, most of us celebrated Thanksgiving with close family by gorging ourselves with homemade turkey, mashed potatoes, stuffing, sweet potatoes, and the list goes on. It's our job to use that food that our bodies convert to energy in order to get back into a healthy fitness zone. Let's prepare our bodies the right way before we get into cardio with some stretching. Students will be able to complete each of the 6 stretches for 30 seconds each with a 10-second break in between to shake out our muscles. Try to challenge yourselves and try to hold the stretch for the entire time. I know it's kind of hard, but it's great practice and it'll help you in the long run. So we're going to move into it right now. These are the 6 exercises, the 6 stretches that I put together. All of them will help you with your cardio tasks in the next couple slides. I'll give you 5 minutes. That means 30 seconds for each one, and take about a 10, 20-second break. Do it at your own rate, but try to get it done in 5 minutes. And hold every single one of these for 30 seconds. I'm counting on you guys. I'm going to start the music. Everybody should be up in their areas right now. I'll start the music and I'll turn my camera off, but that doesn't mean I'm gone. I'm right here. Everybody should be up. All right, I'll see you guys in 5 minutes. right, everybody should be done that by now. If you didn't get a chance to finish that, everybody should have 6 different scores, 6 different estimated heartbeats by now. So every single one of those, you should have given yourself a score. All right, we'll move on. So today, we are learning. Here, I'll say that differently. Today we will. Students will be able to participate in a variety of selected aerobic fitness activities outside of school, such as walking, jogging, biking, skating, dancing, and swimming. That's our standard. That's our outcome. And students will be able to define resting heart rate and describe its relationship to aerobic fitness and the Borg rating of perceived exertion individually outside of school, aka virtually. So our first activity, cardiovascular endurance. I'll explain it real quick. Students will be able to complete the same 6 cardiovascular-based exercise tasks from last week and give ourselves a score of RPE. Remember, the scale is from 6 to 20. You can always look back at the health slide if you get confused. By the end of the lesson, we will know which exercise works best to give us the highest score of RPE. Perform each exercise for 30 seconds. After each exercise, pause for 10 seconds, give yourself a score of RPE, and then multiply that number by 10, and then we can actually get our estimated heart rates after each exercise. While you're doing this, think about this main question. What was one specific exercise that scored you the highest RPE? So you'll have 5 minutes to do this with the extra time at the end. Think about that question. And the higher our heart rate, the higher our RPE, means the higher our heart rate. And that is how we get strong, healthy hearts. Okay, so 5 minutes to do these exercises for 30 seconds each. Don't forget to pause and give yourself a score. I will be back in 5 minutes. All right. What's going on, guys? I hope everyone got a chance to get through all of those. And right now, hopefully you guys are, you should feel your heart beating out of your chest and your RPE score should be super high. Everyone's different, so if it's not, that's okay. Everybody is different. So we will go on to the next slide. This is activity 2. So I'm going to slow down and give you guys a breather. Another cardiovascular endurance activity, just like last time. For the second task, students will pick 3 of the aerobic exercises from task 1. So pick 3 of the exercises from the slide right before this one and complete them for 1 full minute each. This task will test your cardiovascular endurance. After each exercise, students will give their score of RPE multiplied by 10 and calculate their estimated heart rate. The higher our RPE score means the stronger our hearts are working. The harder our hearts, the more our hearts are working, which makes our hearts stronger. Main question, think about this. Did time affect your score of RPE similar to how time may have affected your heart rate from last week? Think about that. These are the same exercises. Pick 3. You guys will have 5 minutes. Pick any 3 aerobic exercises. After each exercise, pause. Give yourself a score, multiply by 10, find your estimated heart rate. Challenge yourselves and work hard. Take a 30-second break after each. This is 5 minutes, so take a 30-second break. You guys should come around to this 5-minute mark right after each, okay? Or right after all of it. And I will be right back. All right. All right, you guys should definitely be feeling it now. Anybody think about that question? You might have one in mind. So just to review our lesson, you guys got a general understanding of Borg RPE, and you guys can use that for anything. Even if you're going on a jog or if you're going to the gym, you can always just quickly assess your RPE and then times it by 10, and that should be around your heart rate. Anyway, on our Google Class form, just like last week, students will choose any 3 exercises, so you can just pick any of the 6 we did. Share which exercise you completed, and then your score of RPE next to it. There's an example I did on the Google form. That's the link to it. All you have to do is go down there and click that link, and it should pop up, and you guys should have editing privileges. So please do that. And for next class, all you need for next class will be yourself and some space. We're going to finish up cardio. Yeah. We have one more. We're going to finish up cardio next class. That'll be our 6th plan for you guys. That'll finish it up. It's kind of sad. So maybe I'll make the next one a little special, switch up the exercises or something like that. Maybe not though. But we're going to compare RPE and the Cardiovascular method to see which ones you guys prefer. And that should be useful in life. So that pretty much sums it up. Let's run through real quick. I think we covered every single slide. I hope you guys liked our warm-up. I thought that one was pretty fun. Here's a little chart of the Borg RPE scale. So 7 being very, very light, 6 obviously being your resting heart rate. That's why it's not there. And then down here, 19 being very, very hard, and then 20 being your maximum. So there you go. I want to say thanks to everybody for tuning in. If you got all the way this far, thank you very much. And that'll be it for today. Goodbye.